Hi everybody and welcome to my attempt this week at BBO's weekly free instant tournament. As you know, probably instant tournaments, weekly free instant tournament. So I want to play, yes, and the history is 8 boards, match points, best hand. As I said last week, I'm really intending these videos to be about learning how to play bridge better rather than learning how to play the robots better. So there are various techniques that you can use to game the robots. Certainly for the first 6 boards, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to play bridge and pretend there's an opponent with a proper bidding system sat opposite me. The last 2 hands I might try and catch up if we're behind. But here we have something reasonably normal. 16 points. Left hand, good stop in opponent's suit. It's hard to think of anything better than this for a 1-no trump overcall. Double by West says actually it's our hand. Partners open the bidding, so they got 11, 12 points at least, and I've got 9. My partner's redouble says they have a long minor, and wants to escape. But now East has gone, not waited to find out about that, and has just bid 2 diamonds. So they're not really interested in penalising us. Partner presumably has clubs, but I've only got a doubleton, so we're not really interested in competing. So we'd rather see the opponents playing in diamonds than us playing in clubs, I think. So I think we will pass. So we're playing in 2 diamonds. We have to find an opening lead. We don't really want to rough because our diamonds are winning diamonds, really, sat over the diamond bidder. We are going to need to avoid being end played, having to play away from our diamonds at the end. So we will want to get them played. But I wonder, do we just want to... Leading the king of diamonds will get a diamond off the table and doesn't give up a trick. Really, though they play ace of diamonds, we would have 3 diamond tricks, and now we're only having 2. Yeah, so there are advantages to leading the king of diamonds. They're probably never going to play the ace from the east hand after this auction. They know that we've got the diamond stop. So I think I'm going to start with spades and just see what there is. So partner's played the jack of spades. That probably means that they don't have any more spades. Don't have many spades, but could be 2. They could be playing high-low. From the doubleton, the robot does that sort of thing, even when the jack. But if we look at it, East has rebid their diamonds here. 2 diamonds, says biddable diamonds. Well, they could have a 4-card suit because they only promised 3 to start with, but I think they've probably got 5. Dummy's got 4, and we've got 4. 5, 4, and 4 adds up to 13. So partner very likely doesn't have any diamonds, because so see this double here didn't promise any diamonds. So I really think East has 5. And partner won't have any, so there's no point in trying to give partner a spade ruff. It looks as though partner may have 7 clubs or something, but they are a passed hand. They didn't open 3 clubs, but then they are missing the ace, king, queen of clubs. So 7 clubs in partner's hand, no diamonds, 2 spades, and 4 hearts would seem to be a reasonable summary of partner's hand. Partner could have Jack 10, 9 of spades, couldn't they? And the way I play the ace of spades, it could get roughed. I suppose that's a possibility, 3 spades in partner's hand. But seeing as the king, queen of clubs are there, playing the ace of clubs and another club is not going to give up a trick, and we'll need declarer to play something from the table. Aha, so partner did have 3 spades and declarers roughing them. So just as well I didn't try playing another spade. So partner has the error has 3 or 4 hearts. I'm going to rough another spade now. So I might well have done better to lead a diamond to start with and cut down on the roughs, but here's the ace. So now this should give me 3 diamond tricks. Here's the jack of clubs. And we've seen the ace, king, queen. So if I don't rough, dummy will throw the 6 of spades. If I do, dummy's throwing the 6 of spades anyway. If I throw the ace of spades, they're not going to rough it because they know it's a winner. So looks like I'm just going to take these 3 diamond tricks. And that will be it. So I made 2 diamonds. That got us 78.6%, which is a reasonable start. And there we see partner with nothing, and they did have no diamonds at all. Like, other people got them to bid up to 3 no trumps by bidding 2 no trumps over 2 diamonds. They then bid 3 no trumps. Well, that's slightly ridiculous, but I think we'll take the 78% for stopping them from getting an over trick. Right, well, we'll move on to board number 2. We've got 19, a flat 19 points. Now, gaming the robots, I'd open this 2 no trumps because the robots are just much sounder over a no trump opening. But the way the robots want to bid this is for me to open one of a minor, promising a 3-card suit, and unless the robot responds in spades, to rebid 2 no trumps, showing 18, 19 points. They think I should bid 1 club with this, so I'm going to do that. 1 heart from partner. Well, they do expect me to bid 2 no trumps with 18, 19. 1 spade, 12 to 18. But I haven't. When I bid 2 no trumps, I haven't denied a 4-card major, 4 spades at this point. They've got a way of asking me if I have one, but they're not interested. So it looks as though they don't have 4 spades or 5 hearts. Because if they had 5 hearts, they could use a convention called new minor forcing and bid 3 diamonds, asking me if I had 3 hearts or 4 spades. So I'll see here and see if the robots have stuck to their system. They have, and we look to be in the right place. So we've got 5 diamond tricks off the top. 2 clubs is 7, a heart is 8, and we're going to get some spades. The two of spades could be from the ace, could be from the jack. Let's play the 10 and see what happens. It's the ace, thought it might be. So the jack is almost certainly in the west hand, 4 to the jack. A club switch. Well, we've got sufficient communications now. I'm going to win this ace. We've got our contract is safe. We have 10 tricks now. We've got one already. We've got 5 diamonds, 6. Another club is 7. A heart is 8, and the 2 spades are 10. So we're really trying just now for our 11th trick. And I'm going to see if I can persuade West to jump up with a high heart if I lead a low one. And they do. So that creates the possibility of taking a finesse through East. So we will. They really led that from the jack. Well, let's try the 9 and see. Yep, the 9 wins. Oh, so that's fine. We've got the rest of the tricks. This 8 of clubs and the 8 of hearts can go away on the winning diamonds in dummy. And so I've got 11 tricks. As will a lot of other people, I expect. No. 96.4%. Only one other person made 11 tricks. So that was a goodish start. We move on to board 3. We've got a very flat 15 count. If I were playing Ackle, I'd probably open this 1 no trump, devalue it to 14, but everybody else is opening 1 no trump here. That's what the robots expect. And so we'll do that. 2 no trumps is a transfer to clubs. I got 6 plus clubs. I've got quite nice clubs. I expect the clubs to run. They may have no points at all, but they may bid on. I've got a particularly good hand for clubs, but I've only got 1 outside ace. So even if the clubs run and I make the ace, that's only 7 tricks, and they may be able to run diamonds. So I'll do what the robot expects and complete the transfer to 3 clubs. And that's where we're going to play. And that looks like where we should play. Sadly, the 2 of hearts is taking an entry out of our hand. 2 looks like it's from 4, could be from 6, could be a singleton. East didn't have a chance to bid until the 3 level, so East could have 6 hearts. So we've got 3, Dummy's got 3. If this were a singleton, East would have 6 to the king, queen, jack. But over 2 no trumps, they're probably vulnerable. They're not going to say anything. So it could be a singleton, but that's unlikely. But see no real possibility of avoiding 2 heart losers and 2 diamond losers. Because if this is 4 hearts, they've led the 2, so they lead 4th highest. There'll be 3 over here. And I want entries to my hand. Well, let's take this ace. I'm going to play try and set up spades before they cash all their red suit tricks. So just in case the ace of spades is onside, it's not. I expect they'll cash. And they're not cashing their red suit tricks. That's great. And remember, we had 9 clubs to start with, 6 opposite 3. So they had 4. And we've already seen 2 of them. This is the 3rd one. So now we can win this one, draw the last trump, because we're not going to rough anything in our hand. And now we can cash the Queen of Spades and the Jack of Spades and throw a heart away, I think. And then let's see if we can get them to do something silly by playing a dart. I don't think they will, but we'll just do that. The King of Hearts. Five of clubs. We cash out other two clubs. Making our contract, which should be a reasonable score. Lots of other people did the same thing. The robots defended badly everywhere. Some people managed 3 clubs plus 1 and 2 no trumps. People who passed the 2 no trumps did best of all. So perhaps I should have thought about that rather than looking at 3 no trumps. Right, off we go with board 4. We're still in first place on our own. 1 heart from partner. And we've got 6, 5, 11, 13 points. So partner can't have more than 13 points because this is a best hands tournament. We're going to have to bid 2 of a minor here to force the game, because you'll see that 3 no trumps is a balanced choice of game and promises 3 hearts, and I've only got 2. And 1 spade would promise 4 spades, so I have to bid one of these 2 minor suits. I think I'm going to bid 2 clubs, because I think the opponent's leading diamonds is likely to be better for me. And they've gone to 4 hearts, so they got 7 plus hearts. I haven't got enough aces really to look for slam here, so I'm going to pass. And well, we're not so far off slam, but we are missing 2 aces, so that was a good decision too. So we've got 9 hearts between the 2 of us. Remember, it's this north hand that the opponents can't see. The south hand is this one, is the dummy. So I'm going to try the 10 of diamonds in the hope that they've led away from the jack, and this hand will play the king, making my queen good. No, they haven't. Well, I don't need to rough anything in this hand, so I'm going to draw trumps. And there's the king of diamonds, which can rough high. So the queen of diamonds is now a winner. So I can throw a card away on that. Right, there's no reason not to draw trumps because I'm not going to rough anything here. I've got this ace of spades entry, which is a crucial thing that the defenders haven't knocked out. So remember, there were 7 trumps in dummy, 2 in our hand. That's 9. 4 for the defenders, and they've all both played 2, so that's all gone. So if you remember about hand shapes, one of the hand shapes that makes up 13 is 7-2-2-2. That's what the hearts were. So if you now see, I've potentially got 2 spade losers, but one can go away on this queen of diamonds. It's now good. And I will have a club discard. So I'm going to play the jack of clubs. The ace comes out. Now I can play the king of clubs, 9 of clubs, queen of clubs, discard a spade, queen of diamonds, discard another spade, and I've got the ace of diamonds and draw trumps to make over tricks, which will be fairly common. But I don't think anybody's making more. 64%, as I say, that's, you know, most people are doing that. Nobody's doing any better. And there's just a couple of outliers. So that was as expected. On to board 5. And we got a flat 16 count. This is the robot's going to expect us to open 1 no trump. 2 clubs is Stayman. 2 diamonds is I don't have a 4-card major, and I thought that was coming. 2 no trumps. They might not have a 4-card major. They're inviting us to 3 no trumps. They've got 9 high card points, although I've seen the robot doing it with 8. So what are we going to do? We have 16 points. We have that 10 there, but lots of points in short suits. Not, if we had a king of diamonds was the king of clubs, and we had a low diamond with the jack 10, I think I'd be bidding 3 straight away. But this is much more difficult. The lead is coming round to our king jacks if they lead them, or our king queen. We can't tell from this sequence is whether we can set up clubs, which is the key to making 3 no trumps rather than 2. So we do have 25 points. We have a 5-card suit. Partner may or may not have a 4-card major. I think the majority of people are bidding 3 no trumps here. And though I'm quite tempted to pass 2, I think I'll go with the field and hope to make a trick more than a lot of people. Quite prepared to expect to see a hand that, well, it's going to be very difficult for us to get. And there we are. We have a hand that's not great. 5 of hearts is led. Have they underled the ace? Don't know. So we're going to make 2 heart tricks. We're going to make 2 spade tricks. We're going to make 2 diamond tricks. We should be able to make more diamond tricks. We might be able to make small spade tricks. But we really want to play clubs from dummy twice in the hope that East has the ace or the king, and preferably that they break 3-3 so that we can draw them. Remember, we've got 5 clubs. Dummy's got 2, so they've got 6. If they got 3-3 and East has one of the ace or king, then we lead a club. Queen loses to the king, say, get back to dummy again, lead another club. If East doesn't go up with the king, with the ace, we'll win the jack. And if they're 3-3, we can another one and set up 2 long clubs. So this is what we're looking at. We want to be in dummy to lead these. We want to set up an extra diamond trick on the way if we can. So it's entries to dummy that are in short supply. So let's see the lead. Is it from the ace or is it from the 10? The robot leads 4th highest from either. 5 from, but we can see, is this 4th highest? 5 from 11 leaves 6. This is the rule of 11. Remember, if you take the value of the 4th highest card that's been led away from 11, that tells you how many cards outside of the west hand that are higher than the 5. So 5 from 11 is 6, and we can see 1, 2 in dummy, 3, 4, 5 with our hands. So there's 1 card higher than the 5 in the east hand. That could be the ace, it could be the 10. It's difficult to say. Well, looks like if anything, it was the ace. So now I'm going to lead a club from dummy. Loses to the king. There, oh, the ace of hearts was there. King of hearts is there. 7 of spades. So that hand doesn't have any hearts. They're the safe hand. So I'm going to take a diamond finesse now into the safe hand. I took a diamond finesse into the west hand and it lost. Remember, you'll see that east is short of hearts. West has most of them, and they've got at least 2 hearts to cash to go with the queen of diamonds. We would be down if we lost the diamond finesse to west. So we lose it to east. We're not down yet. We are down if west has the ace of clubs. But which seems very likely now. But we'll duck the 2. The 10 rather. Looks like they might be 3-3. Here come the hearts. And we've got the rest of the tricks, more than enough winners, but we're 3 down. Vulnerable. So I don't think we'll be on our own. But we are very much on our own, really. Still in first place, actually. No, down to 4th now. But 10%, lots of 300s, but there are 200s. And obviously passing 2 no trumps would have been a lot better. Yeah, the ace king of clubs both being wrong meant that they could always set up their hearts. But played by North would have turned out a lot better. Everybody's playing it from South. Right. So we've got a bit of work to do to catch up. We've got the flat 13 count. So this is going to be a 1 club opening bid. Right from there, 1 spade from partner. Notice this promises 5 spades. This is a very useful convention to play. If you have exactly 4 spades, you can double here to show exactly 4 spades, and 1 spade will show 5 plus spades. Just to say, if you're in England and it goes 1 club, 1 heart, double from partner, promising 4 spades and not promising anything in diamonds, then you need to announce that as spades under the regulations that came in on the 1st of September this year. So that's just something in England where we have this concept of a proxy bid. So where double promises spades and nothing else, doesn't promise anything else, then we announce it as spades. East has only promised to stop it in clubs, it seems here. 8 to 11. Partner's got 5 spades. We've got 13 points. This is not wonderful. Normally I would be bidding 2 spades here with 3 card support because we've got 8 spades and therefore we should bid to the level of our fit. But we don't have any roughing values in our hand. That tends to indicate that we want to play in no trumps. Partners only promise 6 plus points. We don't. This hand's promised at least 8, and this hand's promised at least 8. So it could well be still be our hand. So we could pass. We could try bidding 2 no trumps, given that we know where the points are, or we could bid 2 spades. The partner will have roughing values. This hand does not have many hearts. This hand's promised 5. If this hand had 3 hearts, they would make a support double that a robot plays. So this hand has 1, 0, 1, or 2 hearts. This hand could have more than 5, of course. So partner probably has some hearts, unless this hand is very long. So we're losing heart tricks in a spade contract. There's what do they have? They for their 16 plus points. Partner's got spades. This hand, having been 1-no trump, seems only to have promised a club stop, which is fine. We don't mind. Our ace king of clubs is sat over it. But they really not have a spade stop. It is all difficult to work out from this. We don't have a lot of information. But essentially, we have an 8-card spade fit. They would, most times they have an 8-card fit as well. It's just possible that they've only got 3 7-card fits. But normally if we have an 8-card fit, they have one. And if we have a 9-card fit, they certainly have an 8-card fit at least. So, but it's not in hearts. It's probably not in clubs. So they may have an 8-card fit in diamonds. But all in all, if we beat 1-no trump, we're beating it in hundreds. Whereas if we're making tricks in spades, we're only making them in 30s. So I'm inclined to pass and lead a spade and see if we can set them up, our spades up, that partner has enough. If partner doesn't have enough to set up spades, then we're probably not making any contract. So I'm going to pass. And so is partner. So now the robot leads top, doesn't play mud or anything like that. So I'm just going to lead the 8 of spades. I suppose I could have made a support double, couldn't I? 5 of hearts. Have they got the king? If they do, it's doubleton. So otherwise, partner has the king. That may be partner's only outside entry to spades. Remember, this hand doesn't have 3 hearts. So if they have the king, it's king doubleton. And so the suit will be blocked. So I'm going up with the ace in case partner has the king of hearts, so that I preserve their entry. Now I'm going to lead another spade. Why partner switched to clubs, I don't know. But I'm going to play another spade. Let robot win. Now partner's got the king of hearts. Does partner have a spade to cash now? No, they're going to play another club. Great. So we've got our 5 tricks. But the 10 of clubs is set up. So are the top 3 hearts and the ace of diamonds. The only chance is that we've got the king of diamonds. And if we don't have the king of diamonds, partner doesn't have the king of diamonds, we're not going to make anything else. So let's lead a diamond. That didn't matter. Dummy is good now. And another bad score, 32%. So bidding was obviously better. 2 spades went 2 off, which was undoubled. And 3 hearts and if they went up to 3 hearts, then how do they get to 3 hearts? 2 spades and a double by the no trump bidder. Other people were allowed to play in 2 spades, were a support double of 1 no trump. And you're allowed to play in 2 spades. Passing the hand out, it turned out even better. So we've got a bit of work to do on the last 2 boards. Let's see what we're going to do. We have 19 points here, but it's quite a nice 19s. And only, I know there's only 1, 8, 9, 10, but the 10 and the 8 are in my long suits and should play well from my hand if I protect the 2 black kings. So in fact, 6, 10, 19 points. I'm going to open this 2 no trumps. 3 diamonds is 5 plus hearts. Now, the robot does play breaking transfers, but it only thinks I should break transfers if I've got a maximum. So I like to play that if I bid 4 hearts here, this would show 4 hearts, but a minimum hand. And if I bid something else, it will show 4 hearts in a better than minimum hand. But you see the robot here would, if I bid 4 clubs, says it's a super accept with a super accept high showing I've got 4 card support with a doubleton club, which should help the robot work out what to do. But I don't want them to pass 3 hearts. So I am going to bid 3 clubs here. Like 4 hearts is just a super accept and it says that I'm maximum. So I'm going to bid 3 clubs and I expect the robot will bid 4 diamonds, which will be a retransfer. Now I can bid 4 hearts and the robot can decide if it wants to go on. It doesn't. Right. Okay, but we got a club lead, which was good. And a club continuation, which if it doesn't get roughed will be good. Doesn't. So we had 5 clubs of dummy, 2 in our hand, that's 7. So they had 6. It's quite possible that was ace doubleton. So if we look at what's there in dummy, we may want to rough 2 hearts in our hand if possible, but all the high hearts are here. So we need to see what happens on the ace of hearts to start with. It's unlikely that they're going to set up a spade trick for us, because if you remember, it is this south hand that's the declarer that they can't see. They can see that dummy and they can see the spade void. No jack flops, which would have meant that a singleton jack would have meant that we had high hearts in dummy. So let's see if hearts are 2-2. They're not. So there's still a jack of hearts in this hand. And they might well have a doubleton club. And so if East gets in, they may lead a club. So we have 2 diamond losers. We can rough 1 club loser. We might have another club loser. Well, right. My hand, if I rough a spade in dummy and rough a club in my hand low, if they over rough, that's their last trump. And I can still rough another club good, and they will have to lead something. Having over roughed, they won't have any more trumps. They've only got the jack of hearts left. And they'll either have to lead a spade round to my king, or a diamond into this. finesse. So I'm going to lead cross to dummy with that rough and lead a club rough with the 8, and they chose not to over rough. Right, that's interesting. So I am getting short of entries to dummy now. So at this point, I do need to play the diamonds. That's good. The jack appears, queen even, the king wins. I've got ace 10. The queen has won. So I can set up their jack of hearts as a winner. But I lead the 9 of clubs here. There's the queen as we expected. They have the king of diamonds and a trump, the jack of hearts. What ideally I want them to do is, when they win the jack of hearts, to have to lead away from the king of diamonds. So I've got 7 tricks so far. I've got 1 heart trick at least, 1 diamond trick at least, and I can make the jack of clubs. And if they rough the jack of clubs, I'll have an extra heart winner. So I'm going to lead the 9 of spades. There's the queen of spades. I'm going to rough. And there's the jack of spades. But the robot's playing that. They know there's just the king in my hand now. They've got to count. And now I can play the jack of clubs. I can throw a diamond away. And they've roughed it, so now they have to play. Now they play this diamond into my ace 10. I can cash the ace of diamonds and rough the king of spades. For an over trick, that's a slightly better percentage. 100 moves me up to 3rd place. And that was, I mean, I did game the robot slightly by bidding 2 no trumps, and then I promised a maximum, but the super accept forcing to game is what to do. Lots of people went down in 4 hearts or played in 3 spades. But there was just a case of counting there, of being able to count the east hand, and they really didn't have a safe exit there. Right, moving on. East's bid 1 diamond. They've opened the diamond. You'll see that we've got 12 points, so they've got 11 or 12 points. Because they can't have a better hand than us, and they don't open on 10 very much at all, the robots. We can pass, or we can double, essentially, here. The danger of doubling is that partner's going to bid 2 clubs. But we have king X. The danger of passing is that 1 diamond gets passed out, and that turns out to be a good score for them. So I think we need to double here. We really want another club at least, but there we go, 2 club. So redouble there says they can't play, so they've doubled our 2 clubs. The penalties, they got 4 plus clubs and 4 plus diamonds, so it looks like we've taken the wrong decision. Redouble doesn't help us because it says we've got 3 to 5 clubs, so we're going to pass. And what does partner turn up with? just the 4 clubs. Yep. So we picked wrong. They have led the spade, which is one good news. And they probably don't have too many diamonds to cash. Hopefully. Well, no, they've got 4 clubs, so they'll have 4 diamonds as well. They've got 4 diamond tricks to cash. Four clubs, 4 diamonds. They're obviously short in spades. The redouble just promised not diamonds and 10 to 11 high card points. So they've got 10 to 11 high card points. We know this one. We had 12. Dummy had 5. So that's 17 between our 2 hands. That gives them 23. Ten and 13, 11 and no, 10 and 13 or 11 and 12 between them. This hand's turned up with the Queen of Spades at the moment. Do I want to just draw trumps? Let them take their diamond tricks. I think so. I don't want them cross-ruffing because this hand will only have 4 spades and hopefully has the ace as well. So, and hopefully this hand has 3 to the queen, which will work out better. I'm not roughing anything anywhere really. No. The opponents are going to cash their diamonds now. And now they're going to draw the trump in this hand. No, yes, they are. This hand's won, so right. So this hand here, this hand's turned up with ace queen of clubs and the queen of spades, which is 8 points. And the robots played the king, and it always plays, if it had king queen, they would always play the queen as a defender. They're religious about that. If robots can be religious. So the queen of hearts is in this hand to go with the ace queen of clubs and the queen of spades. So that's 10 points. They could only have a jack, and that was the jack of diamonds. So they got no more points. So all the other points are in this hand here. And nobody's roughed anything. This hand has 2 clubs. This hand has 1 club. If we leave the 3 of hearts to the jack, then this hand's got a diamond to cash. They had 4 clubs, 4 diamonds. And we don't know how many spades or hearts they had. Does seem very difficult to avoid going 2 off here. 1 off would be a good score. That would be minus 100, but minus 300 is likely to be a 0. We knew the risk when we made the off-center double. That's twice in 3 weeks that my off-center double has with just a doubleton club and 4 cards in each major has not worked. So I don't think I'll be trying it in the near future. If I lead a heart to this hand, they'll win the queen. And if they play another heart, I'm going to throw a diamond away. They play a spade. I can win in my hand and lead a heart. So that this hand's forced to rough. I can then hopefully get to dummy and draw the last trump. So this is the plan for 2 down. 4 of hearts comes, we throw the 8 of diamonds away, and they don't rough. Excellent. Let's see if this spade will stand up. Probably not. It does. Right. So here we go. We can draw, hopefully, 2 trumps. Yep. So they got 1 trump left, which they're roughing. And we can rough here. 2 down, minus 300 is 67%. Well, that is very surprising. So we get to 3rd place and not that far behind first. We won't be able to see the other tables yet on board 8, but that was a hand, that last board, where counting really paid off. It would have been very easy to go minus 500 there, but we had so much information about how much each hand had, and we had that information, not the points, not from the fact that it was a best hand tournament. We knew nobody had more than us. We knew that East had opened the bidding and therefore had at least 12 points. And we knew that West had made that redouble, promising 10. So we knew where the points were from that information to start with, and then we knew the shapes, that East had to be 4-4. So because a double promised 4 clubs and they'd opened a diamond, and if they had 4 clubs and 3 diamonds, they'd have opened a club. So we could work everything out without, this wasn't peculiar to a robot tournament. This was information that was available there. So letting them play in 2 no trumps, getting 120 was the best, but there's an awful lot of people who've doubled and have gone a lot more down in 2 clubs. So even when it seems like you're in a very bad contract, counting is worth it. Working out where the unseen cards are is the route to getting a good result. So anyway, I hope there was something interesting there, and you'll particularly take away things from that last hand. So I hope if you did find it useful, please do like the video, and in particular, if you subscribe to the channel, that helps YouTube put this video and other videos in the series in front of other bridge players who use YouTube. So I hope you do that, and if you found it useful, help to pass it on to other bridge players. And I'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching.